Hey everyone, welcome to another Open Cluster Management Community meeting. Today is July 28th, 2022. Today's discussion is mostly about wrapping up the point 0.8 release and then start brainstorming some point 0.9 release items. Um, this is a more Eastern time zone friendly meeting, so we're gonna probably repeat some of the items that we discussed before, but it'll be new for the Eastern time zone folks. So for the point 0.8 release, thank you. I think it was thank you to the policy SIG for providing the contents related to the policy SIG to the point 0.8 release. Kujang, I'm not sure if we need more items on this PR or this is almost good to go.
Yeah, I think I have resolved all the comments. I think it's good to go. I am not sure whether there's any comments on the changes part, like are there any features that is missing in this release that we need to highlight? If there's none, I think we can merge this one.
Thank you. On to the 0.9 release or the planning then. So I think we wrapped up most of the items in point 0.8, but there are a few items left on the point 0.8 that'll get pushed over to the point 0.9. I think the one items that we're really interested in doing is the allow work agent to be run on the different identity.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I talked with Jimmy last week. He said he will start this on August. Yeah, I think it should be.
So Jingming is from not Min Kim who's gonna do the implementation. So
No,
Jingming
it's
is
just Min Kim. It's
oh,
Min Kim.
okay. Sorry, I heard it wrong. Yuan, I'm not sure. Do you want to add anything to the 0.9 release?
Yeah, I think one thing that is missing, maybe I will create an issue later, is about we want to support like the classlet has a limited permission, a more limited permissions on the spoke. So currently the permission is more like cluster admin permission. Like the classlet basically can do anything on the spoke cluster, but we are thinking to have an issue created to allow the class to only have a predefined permission on the spoke, so they will be running in a restricted.
So in terms of the restriction, is that something customizable, or is it we define a hard coded a set of permission for the user?
I think it might be customizable, like the user can provide it a cluster role, and then the user can tell the classlet this is a role that you can use.
Okay, thanks. Patrick, I'm not sure if you've seen this screenshot before or this security model drawing. If you have time, please take a look as well. Thank you.
Okay.
This was actually provided by Expedia when they were trying to review our security model. I think anyone from the policy sake interested in mentioning what they have in plan for the 0.9 release?
It's still up in the air, but a couple things that we will add is for the triggering an Ansible, excuse me, an Ansible job on a policy violation. We're adding a new mode that will allow you on every unique policy violation for the cluster to trigger an Ansible job. And another thing we're considering is we have the ability within policies to sync secrets or other objects from the hub to the managed cluster. But when that object changes, it's not automatic where the new version gets synced to the managed cluster. So we are considering working on this release to make that automatic and instant. Dale or Justin, do you have anything else to add?
No, just echo that we might plan some more stuff at sometime soon, I think, but
Thank you. Yuan, is 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 the 0.9 dashboard created, or we have to create a new one for the
Yeah,
0.9?
I have to create a new one. I haven't done it yet. We'll do it soon.
Thank you.
Okay.
I think that is basically it for all the topics today. Are there any other discussion anyone want to bring up?
I did have one topic.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so let's see if I can share my screen. This would be a little easier. Okay. So we currently have a policy generator in the Stolstron organization that's managed by Red Hat, and we do have a an upstream that is basically a clone of it. But what I was wondering is if when we originally discussed having the donating the policy generator to the community from Red Hat, the community asked that we have it be more generic, so those OCM customized generator plugins. And we're wondering if we could change that so that the repo was specifically just for the policy generator. And then we could donate the one from Red Hat and just completely move it over to upstream. So that way it's just one release, and we've been kind of advertising about the policy generator to download the releases from here. So it'd be nice to be able to just transfer this over to the community. And then the existing links would just redirect. And then from then on, we can just do the releases up in the community. And I just want to get people's thoughts on that, if they're okay with that.
I think it should be okay because the current name, OCM, I feel like the OCM itself is a little bit redundant already. So it's basically going from customized generator plugins to policy generator plugin.
Yep.
I think it should be okay. What do you think, Eugene?
I don't know. I think previously when we discussed this, we were thinking that there will be other customized plugins in it also. Like when you create an application or create an manifest work, it will also be included in the in that customized plugin. Maybe OCM is redundant, as you said. Maybe it's just called customized plugin.
I guess my thought is I was preferring that be a separate repo. So if there is a new customized plugin for open cluster management, that'd be in its own repo. So that way this is kind of owned by the policy SIG and we do the maintenance of it. But then if the other parts of the community want to add additional customized plugins, they can have their own repo for it.
Yeah, that could be a lot of repos actually. I actually think, based on the previous discussion, that one will be part of the command line, like something like we do on cluster ADM or something we do on the VS Code extension. It's something similar as those things to help to improve the usability of the OCM. But that's a previous discussion, but we currently don't have any in progress work to add or any plan to add any manifest work related things into this. There are some work we have done on the cluster ADM to integrate with manifest work and application, but not in this one. So actually, I don't know. I think it's not so changing the name is not what we discussed. It's not aligned with what we discussed before, but I think to some extent it makes sense because we won't use it for other purpose. So I think we can maybe have a wider discussion. Like if there's no one have a plan to build another customized plugin, we can just change the name.
I think what Q-Jang is suggesting, maybe post a message in our Slack channel, Open Cluster Management Kubernetes Slack channel, and then see if like anyone objects, and then see what the feedback is. And another suggestion, another idea I have is it possible to rename the Stolostrom repo and then go from there, and then we'll make this repo to be like get rid of the OCM, and then it'll be customized generator plugins, and then on Stolostrom. Is it possible we name that repo, or is that a little bit too much work? Because a lot of people are used to the old repo already.
Yeah, we could rename it. Yeah, that's fine. Because I think the redirects would still work. Right now it's just like a mirror of each other. So it's a little misleading that it's for, multiple plugins because it's just the one and the code is centered around that. But I'm happy to do that. Just rename it to customized generator plugins, delete this repo, and then just completely move over the one from Red Hat. And then if there are other plugins that want to be added, then we'll just talk about how to restructure the repo for that.
On the other side, is it possible that this could be integrated with the cluster ADM? Like we can use the cluster ADM to apply the policy, saving as we have a command. I think we have an in-flight PR to create a sample APP, sample applications using cluster ADM. And we have some command line to use a cluster ADM to create a manifest work. Will that be possible that we can somehow leverage this repo to deploy the policy in the cluster ADM?
Yeah, I think we could, as long as you're okay with wrapping customize in cluster ADM for this purpose.
I think we already did that. I think we have imported the kubectl command line, and the kubectl is has integrated with customize. So Yeah, but I'm not quite sure what's a part. So if we do some integrate, is it possible that we could have a cluster ADM apply policy -k, etc., and then we can trigger the plugin somehow to apply the policy?
Yeah, I guess it'd be a little tricky. I think we'd have to think more about how that integration would work. But I think in general, it might be nice if you had a simple cluster ADM command that says, here are some manifests that I want to wrap in a policy. Here's the name of my policy. Just go ahead and generate it. And then for more advanced use cases, you would use customize directly. But maybe for the simple use case to get people started, a simple wrapper around the policy generator would be nice in cluster ADM.
Mhm. Yeah, I think maybe we can post a message on the Slack channel just based on our discussion, like why we want to rename it, and check whether there anyone want to have a plan to work on another customized plugin in this repo. If there's none, I think it's fine to rename it.
To rename it to just customize generator plugins, or rename it to policy generator plugin?
Yeah, I mean, if there's no one really want to do, no, not want to do, but have a plan to build another customized plugins, I think we can just use policy generator plugin. That's
Okay.
my opinion. Yeah.
Do you others agree on the call? I can post it in Slack. If everyone's okay with that. All right, thank you. We'll do that after the call.
Thank you, Matt. There is another topic I want to ask the community for feedback. Let me share my screen for seconds. So I've been getting some inquiry about open cluster management from another company that wants to adopt open cluster management. And one of the question was, do we have integration with this Selenium um, networking security observability app? So I'm not quite familiar with this project. And I recommend Submariner because we do have some integration with Submariner. Does anyone have any opinion on this project, and if it's possible for us to integrate with it? If not, that's okay as well.
Yeah,
And
I
I-
can take that
go ahead.
one. I saw this one is mainly on single cluster. I'm not even sure it can work on multi-cluster, but it seems interesting to take a look at.
Thank you, Kijang. Another question that I got was, so right now when we want to using our Perimeter API manifest work, we have to define like YAML specifics, YAML definition, and then deploy the workload. So we were asked if we can support CUE. I'm wondering if anyone's familiar with this. I think the CUE is like another data structure that is not maybe a little bit easier to generate compared to YAML. Any feedback or opinion on this CUE? Okay, that's okay, because I mentioned that we have no plan to support CUE yet. Anyways, I think that is all the topics that we have. Are there any other topics that anyone wants to discuss? If not, thank you everyone for joining. Have a nice day. Take care.
Thank
Thanks, you
you.
too.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you.